I don't know, man. It's like a crazy optimistic Hail Mary, but maybe Bitcoin can prevent global war because it seems kind of like we're headed for global war.
Yeah, I mean, if everyone is incentivized to cooperate peacefully, instead of because okay, in my opinion, at the foundation of human interaction is greed. Okay, the foundation
Yeah.
of society, but the most basic instinct of men are greed and violence, and most likely violence is used to acquire greed. But greed is superior to violence to everyone because obviously you would like to obtain something without having to fight for it, or at least not having to fight for it violently. So if you can obtain that thing you want with peaceful cooperation instead of violence, you would go for it. Everyone would go for that.
But
Um,
it also gives China and America are tilting at each other.
mm.
And the world cannot have two nuclear powers go to war. We just can't. It's the end of the world,
Yo,
right?
so
So Bitcoin gives, America and China an option to go to all out economic Cold War with each other without ever having to fire shots.
dude, I have a solution for that. What if, because obviously there are a shit ton of nukes. So what if, because what happens is if the nation state dies slowly, uh, like the Soviet Union, I think they sold a lot of their guns and nukes. I think they sold nukes on black market to
No.
Iran. No, they didn't.
Did they?
Can I
Yeah,
just throw
maybe.
out there that the whole point of the sovereign individual is talking about the logic of violence, and
Yeah.
that's exactly
Yeah.
what Jackie's
I
talking
mean,
about. Is when it's cheaper
dude,
to make gains through transactions,
oh shit.
aka Bitcoin commerce, then why would you kill people? And
Yeah.
also, nukes are a big factor into the stalemate, but Bitcoin's the next step.
I
Yeah. Well,
mean,
so, China has been at economic uh, and informational war with America for a long time, for 20 years. And we are now just starting to do economic war, tariffs and the like with China and informational war in return. And, Bitcoin allows whichever power adopts it first to accelerate the economic war. It is the nuke of the economic Cold War.
yeah. Dude, I mean, talking to my hypothetical possibility, like, what if the nation state dies, all their, guns and shit get sold, and maybe even their nuke arsenal? Wouldn't you want to have multiple groups of people that have, you know, anti-ICBM shit, to shut down those nukes? Plebs army, plebs, owning anti-ICBM missiles. I don't know, someone fucking
I
nukes
think you just
us.
really want to own missiles, man. And
Yeah,
I
yeah,
Yeah,
was
you
yeah,
really,
yeah, yeah.
you
Your
really want,
Citadel
you
better
really
have
want.
that
supporting.
shit. If your Citadel does not have that shit, it's a bad
Yeah.
Citadel. Let's be
Yo,
real.
sailors, buy some nukes, send it to me, please.
Safekeeping with
Yeah.
So
Jackie.
yeah, I think also one of the big reasons that the state will adopt Bitcoin is to maintain the status quo, to
Mhm.
maintain their power structure, because
Yeah.
otherwise they have no reason to do it. But
There's
they're
an
losing it.
inflection
Well, there's got
point
to be an
where
incentive.
they have enough buying power to
Yeah, there's
buy
an
a
X.
shitload.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. They cross. Bitcoin's on the way up, and the state is on the way down, and they cross at that X some point, right? And that's the moment when you see them make the move.
I've actually thought about this before because I feel like there is some around World War II, like it was like our monetary growth was contingent on how much gold we had, and the way that we would get more gold is through war. And I feel like one thing that could, I don't know how it would play out in a war situation, but if you're entering a country, they could straight up just say, we're gonna fucking destroy our Bitcoin. We're gonna destroy these wallets. You can come if you're coming for a Bitcoin, we're gonna destroy them. Now, like
Yeah, Tea Party.
it becomes like a deflationary thing, but does it have it there's no way it would have the same effect as just getting their Bitcoin.
Well, you can't you're not going to be able to invade America and take American citizens' Bitcoin. Same with mainland China. You're not going to be able to invade and force people at gunpoint. to
Also-
give you their Bitcoin because Bitcoin's an insurgency, right? It's a global insurgency.
That's the other way the conversation goes. It's like if you go down that road, then it's like Bitcoin could be like a tool for peace because like you can't wage war hoping to get more Bitcoin.
Well, it's like, don't you think nukes are a tool for peace? Right?
Yeah. Totally assured destruction. That's the only way you like if you, let's say, if you risk to attack someone and obtain something from them is lower than the thing you're obtaining, you go for it. But if you're risking the same amount you're gaining from that interaction, you're not gonna go for it. If everyone has a gun, I risk my own life trying to rob Hodl. If he didn't have a gun, I could overpower him. That's why everyone should have nukes. Every state should have nukes. I should have nukes. Because then you cannot attack me because we both die. I mean, that's the only point.
It's a defense mechanism. Yeah, the security measure.
Yeah, that's why everyone that says that guns are, an offensive tool are idiots.
It's part of what Plan B's been talking about with the Phase 5 stuff is that, we are going to need military thinking and planning around Bitcoin, at some point, because mining is like, Venezuela just made a national pool for their mining. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So they have a national mining pool in Venice because they're socialist, right?
That's going to be a thing, though.
It is.
USA
it's already
pool, KYC. It's going to be a thing.
It is. Maybe the coins from China will be tainted. Who knows?
It's always about a group that.
I'll take any coins. That's all I just want. Everyone. Okay? I'm non-fungible is bullshit. I will take any coin.
That's another way to wage Bitcoin war is like, where in the world did they come from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
it is pretty obvious.
It's going to be hard, though.
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
What? Well, it's like where the machine's at, where's the pool at? Like, that's the thing about proof of work is it just takes plugging into electricity and having the hardware. Like, that's the difference about proof of stake. Is like proof of stake is like you have to buy the coins, and then there's this whole new level.
Fort Knox, but it runs miners. It's a mining facility.
But
dude, there's gonna be so many of them.
Fucking
That's
amazing,
every citadel.
right?
That's gonna be every citadel.
But if you're mining, you have to divulge your IP address to the mining pool.
And then you show up on hotspot as a hotspot on satellite. You guys gotta really work on your plan here.
I mean,
well, wouldn't all the mining centers just form around power plants anyway? Because you're generating the power. Why shuffle the power somewhere else, right? So power plants are
absolute match made in heaven.
Yeah, power plants are already targets for governments who want to shut them down. Like we melted down a Iranian nuclear facility with the Stuxnet virus back in 2011 or 12.
Right.
The most important part about that was playing the music, right?
Yeah, the AC/DC.
Yeah,
it was playing Thunderstruck.
Music is a great outro for this podcast.
Imagine the fucking savages that are melting down your fucking nuclear facility, and they're playing, and all of a sudden you hear thunder.
Wait, was that the NSA?
Like, what the fuck? Am I being irradiated right now?
Was that the NSA?
Yeah, the NSA did that.
Okay, only thing I like them for.